Alright, good afternoon everyone. Today is Thursday, June 14th, 2012. Um, first let me start out with the results. On the ES, I'm up, I'm up 20 ticks on the morning session. Dwayne actually had another trade in here that he took. I took this one, and Dwayne took this one for 2 points. I took this one for 1 point. That's what got me up 20. And on the NQ, I am at break even on the NQ. Well, oh, sorry, you couldn't see that. I am at 0 ticks on the NQ. I got to break even. But I was down one trade this morning on the NQ at the end of the morning session. On the YM, I didn't have any trades at all on the YM this morning. Dwayne had this one right here for 20 ticks. Okay, this is what Dwayne did on the 500 contract. He said he was going to buy down here at 12.522, and he took it for 20 ticks up there to 12.542. Those are the results for the morning. Okay, now if you haven't taken a trial with us, go to www.cfrn.net/apply and fill out the form. No credit card required. With the free trial, you get all the charts and data that you see in here, all the indicators that you see in here. The email, if you do take the free trial, the email that is sent out to you with the free trial information has a link on it to download the software. So you can, there's a video, and I know the video is old. You know, the videos, Bert did a really good job with that video about 1.5 years ago when he made it. We've evolved since then because the markets have evolved since then. And there's a lot more in here now than there was before, but we're using less, I think, now than we did before. You know, we offer more, we do more with less, so I think that that's probably a good thing. Just wanted to point that out. When you sign up for the free trial with us, you get an email that has a video that says to go through all these steps to download the indicators, and there's actually 4 things in the indicator store from us now. Where before, I think when that video was made, I think there was only 1 thing in the store. I think there's 4 things right now. All right, that's done. Now, if you are in here on a free trial, or even if you're not, if you're a partner, there's a partners meeting tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a partners meeting tonight. We have some stuff to discuss. We have a couple of spreadsheets that we may have time to get through. Hopefully we'll have time to get through tonight. We're going to try to limit the partners meetings. Well, they've been going 3 hours in the past, and we had scheduled an hour for each one, but an hour would never be enough time, it seems like. Last week's was a little over 2 hours, I think. There's a lot of information discussed in there, guys. If you are a partner, you guys know that. If you're not a partner, you need to become a partner to get in there. We have 219 daily recap videos. That's a lot of daily recap videos. We've been doing that for a while. I think that's a lot of information for everyone who's out there. Let's see. We have.
Am I audio live on this recording or not?
It is. Yep.
It is.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, out of the 219 days, we didn't just post the good days.
Oh, no. We posted all the bad days, too.
We posted the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, the cheesy, the also ran. We post whatever really happens. And so a person might go and start wading through those videos, and you might go, well, gee, I don't know that these guys are the best traders on the planet. We never profess to be. We just profess to be the most transparent. What we show you is the reality of the market. Is you have to understand some basic things about trading, and then you just deploy those things that you've learned, those things that you know. And it's all about putting probability in your favor. Some definable edge that you repeat over and over a large enough sample size, then you have some satisfactory results. Chasing anything above and beyond that. See, you can go to, there's a lot of people that post a lot of videos on the internet. But a lot of them, if you go through there, you'll see that what gets posted are the big shot days. Days that a trade was, went 10 points. And then you don't see another video for a week or a month or however long, and then all of a sudden there's another video about how excellent it was. You always got to ask yourself, yeah, well, what happened in between? What went on then? Okay? So I'm just pointing that out, again, not to say that we have the Holy Grail, which it's pretty grayish, but aside from that, we're just very transparent. See, we show you what we do every day, because that's the reality of the market. See, too often people get busy chasing a dream, a fantasy that is not reality. And so you quickly become very disillusioned, and in frustration, you just start throwing money at the market, and pretty soon you blow up your account, and then you are just another statistic. Or as I quoted earlier from my friend Mr. Floyd, just another brick in the wall.
You did quote that earlier.
I did. All right, this is your show. Go ahead.
All right, and Mike reads, and he's only got limited time, so let me get into it here. All right. Wait, did I finish saying about the partners meeting? If you have not gotten the information that you need to become a partner, if you're in here on the free trial and you have not gotten the information you need to become a partner, email us, support@cfrn.net, and we will get that information out to you. And we'll get it out to you before the partners meeting tonight, so you can get in there to the partners meeting tonight. All right. If you do have that information, you need to act on that information. It's all in an email. You can all look at it in the email. All right. Let me get into the trades we took. Okay. I'm up 20 ticks on the ES. Total from the stuff that we did in the live trading room this morning should be 28 ticks. Okay. If you'd have taken the 2-point trade here that Dwayne took, you would be 28 ticks. But I myself am 20. Let's go over these trades quickly. All right. Right here we had a bearish cross right here. Okay, and we had the pullback up to the BBC. I shorted there at the BBC, and I saw that we were in chop. As soon as I got into the room this morning, I said, well, guys, we're in some chop right here, so I'm pretty hesitant about taking the first long trade. Well, there wasn't actually a long trade that happened in here. It happened over here pre-market. I said I was hesitant about getting into anything right here at this time. And I let it go, and then you can see the range was down here. From here to here was the range. I had drawn something in this morning about the range. And when it pulled back up here, this was the first pullback to the BBC, I said, well, the range would hit my 2-point target, so I'm going to take the trade anyway. And I took the trade, and because it was choppy, I said I'm just going to lock in 1 point as soon as I get it, and I did, and I stopped out at 1 point. So I got 1 point there. I had 4 contracts on. The next trade was this one over here. Right at the weekly trading zone. I was not willing to take that one right there. Dwayne put the trade on, and he got exactly 2 points out of it, and that's when it went into this big choppy period right here. Now, we walked everybody through this big choppy period, because there was another opportunity to enter in right here if you wanted to. You would have stayed in with a 2-point stop had you done that. This came within a tick of stopping you out, but it wouldn't have stopped you out. But over here, back here, at 9:57, when we pierced the envelope here, we pierced the blue envelope with the green trend strength line. Price was at 13.13 even, and at that point I suggested, well, it suggested, not just I just verbalized it. The market and the indicators suggested that we're going to see a 5 to 6 point move up from 13.13. This right here was the first opportunity to enter on the long side using the 10,000 contract chart. A little while later, we did see 13.18. 5 to 6 point move up would be 13.18, 13.19. So all the time it was chopping around in here, I kept saying, I think it's gonna work its way up to 13.18, 13.19, but it may not do it directly. Whatever. It did end up going up there. You can see this level right here, this 13.20. Dwayne had mentioned that is a weekly level right there, not a weekly trading zone, just a weekly high level, I believe. and you can see it bounced right off of that. All right. Now, once it broke out of the weekly trading zone right here, it gave us another opportunity to get long here, and I did take that long for a point. Okay, that was toward the end of our morning session. That was the ES this morning, guys. Okay. Let us scroll back here a little bit. If anybody has any questions about any of this, just let me know. Okay. On the NQ, let's see. On the NQ, I had a couple of trades this morning: a winning trade, a losing. Actually, two winning trades, a losing trade, and a break-even trade. I gotta go find them all. Here we go. My first trade that I put on was right here. Okay, I went short, but I only got a partial fill on it. It dropped down. I took, I think, 8 ticks per contract. I was up 16 ticks right there. My next trade was right here, another short, because we had the bearish divergence right here, and then a bearish divergence again right here. All right, after the bearish cross, pull back up, tested the BBC, I shorted the down close. It gave me profit right there. Now, at that point right there, guys, I was up 16 ticks on the ES and 16 ticks on the NQ. I could have just quit for the day right there and been done. But because we have the live trading room in the training room, I kept trading. The next trade that I took right here, I lost. I had 4 contracts on. I got I got filled right there. I got the total fill right there. This was just a partial. It flipped around on me and it took me out. And at that point, I was minus. I think I was minus 20 ticks or something like that. Anyway, there were a bunch of opportunities in here as the market went on, but you see right here where it got really choppy, the ES was really choppy too. That was that whole period where the ES was very choppy, and so I was just staying out of the market. I was just sitting on my hands. I had some profit. Overall, I had profit, and I was waiting for a better opportunity on the NQ. Now, over here, you can see if we put these charts side by side, when the ES started to move up, sorry, my cursor's not global. Anyway, when the ES started to move up, 1051, right about here, the ES was moving up. The NQ started to move up as well. Okay, that was when. Sorry, I don't mean to be jumping my charts all around on you like that. Right in here, there was a nice opportunity on the long side. We had bullish divergence down here. Okay, right there was the divergence on this indicator. I tested the BBC with an up close. You could have gotten long right in there for the move up. I did take a long over here. Now, when I got into this trade right here, I hadn't realized that the cycle had moved down so far at the close of this bar right here. All right, I hadn't realized it had moved down so far, so I took a break even right over here on that trade. Okay, it did end up moving up quite a bit after some chop. It moved up quite a bit, but I didn't look to trade it there after I got out. Right here we had a little bullish divergence. Tested the BBC with an up close for a move up. Just scrolling through. Now we're in the break period here. I did this, which got me to break even while Dwayne was talking a little while ago. Right here we had bearish divergence. We had the MA1 cross down below the BBC, pull back up, test the BBC, and give a down close right here. All right, that's where I got even on the day right there for the NQ. And right now we have a little bit of bearish divergence. It's really choppy here, though. Look at this. This is all chop. I have no reason to get into this at this point. No, I'm already profitable on the day. There's no reason to continue trading. That said, the first 2 hours were plenty. The first 10 minutes was enough to make a profit today. I think the first 10. To the fellow, I don't even think he's in here, but the fellow that had mentioned that about the why do we only trade the first 2 hours since we allude to day trading. Day trading is putting trades on and taking them off in the same day. That's day trading. Okay, we do it several times. Day trading doesn't mean you trade all day. Day trading means you put on and take off trades in a single day. So the bottom line, blue is a short area and the red is a long. Best case scenario, yeah. Okay, is my answer to that question. When it's red and it's headed down, you prefer to see that. Okay, you prefer to see that. You prefer to see red in the slope down when it pulls back up and tests the BBC. Do you actually prefer to see the MA1 red? That would be like a grade A trade if we had a grading system. If it pulls back up, tests the BBC, and gives you a down close, and this is still red, and this is still red, and this is underneath the BBC, then that right there would be a grade A trade. All right. Oftentimes it'd be like a B plus trade, B plus, because this is going to turn blue on the pullback. But you don't want to have, you don't want to have more than one up close above the BBC here. Okay, so there it is right there. That's an opportunity to short at 25.35.76. 25.35.76 is an opportunity to short. All right, the risk only has to be a little above here, but I usually put an 8-tick risk on it. All right, the thing about this one is the cycle is right in the middle, right here. It's not the best trade because the cycle is right in the middle, but it's still really good. All right, that said, we're in chop, so I'm not trading anything. All right, so I've done the NQ, I've done the ES. Now let's do the YM. This is the YM 500 contract, which I did not trade at all, but Dwayne did take a trade on this one. Right here we had the cycle moving up, strong up move. This is all the same time here where the ES started to move up at 10.51. I believe OPEC had made some statement about keeping prices steady, something like that. It had a pullback down here to the BBC, and that's where Dwayne got long. Now, let me find the other chart here, the YM 500 contract. Here it is. My YM 4-tick range. I didn't take any trades on the YM today. Okay, let me just state that. The YM was just as choppy as everything else. You can see it all right in here. After this big move up, right here, it didn't pull back at all in there to give us any long opportunities. This morning it was just really messy. There was a bearish divergence right here, looking at the same exact thing here as we were looking at on the NQ. Bearish divergence, a pullback test of the BBC with a down close. So right in there is where you would have been looking to get short. And then it was just flopping all around in here. It really didn't have anything. It didn't give us any indications in there for longs or shorts. Over here it's 10:04 after we didn't have any actual news event this morning. We don't have any divergence to support long trades. The MA1's on the wrong side of the BBC. Right in here there might have been a little bit of an opportunity to get short right there. I wasn't paying that much attention to it this morning because it seemed like it was really messy. Right there we had bullish divergence for the move up. And that's pretty much it, guys. You can see it's really choppy, and it didn't give us a lot of false signals, which is a good thing. You don't want to have a lot of false signals. When it's choppy, you want to be able to see the chop as soon as possible. And one of the things that I pointed out to folks in the room this morning, and I'll cover it again in the partners meeting tonight. All right. I know Mike Reed's only going to have a couple of minutes now, so I'm gonna wrap this up right here. And if anybody's got any more questions, you can email them. Support at CFRN.net. Okay, email support at CFRN.net. If you're in here on a free trial, you need to become a partner to get into the partners meeting tonight. All right, I'll wrap that up.